Hi, my name is Emily Fang, and this is my pitch. Every year, the rotting carcasses of 10,000 tortured dogs are feasted upon by a small group of Chinese people. We call it inhumane. They call it a dog festival. Every year, the rotting carcasses of 46 million turkeys are feasted upon by the general American population. We call it Thanksgiving. Vegans call it inhumane. Their thinking, however, we paint as too idealized to be in this realistic world. We need protein, and we get it from animal products, right? What the animal agriculture industry does not want you knowing, however, is that calorie for calorie, broccoli has more protein than beef. Not to mention, even if this were not the case, the fact that the Americans are so obsessed with the third world disease kwashiorkor, that means protein deficiency, by the way, is in direct conflict with the number one cause of death in Americans today, heart disease. What causes this? Given the opportunity, I, Emily Fang, would be honored to offer a small window into the corruption that causes this unfortunate consequence. Thank you for listening.
My name is Barbara Bernstein, and this is my pitch. So I'm a salsa teacher, and I specialize in a group form of salsa done by couples in a circle, and they're all moving in synchrony, doing the same moves. It's exhilarating, great fun. I used to find that if my knee hurt or I didn't feel well that day, when I would go to class, all pain would go away and I'd feel great. And I thought that was magic, until I learned that there's a body of research that shows that group synchronous movement is something that raises pain thresholds and makes people feel bonded to each other. And I can attest to this because the students in my class pretty much always become friends. Being bonded to others is very important for well-being because if people feel isolated or are lonely, they have a 30% increased risk of both heart attack and stroke. So this is the cheapest and most enjoyable medical intervention that you can find. And if you don't like to dance, no problem. You can get this effect by walking in sync with other people, choral singing, even clapping in rhythm. So let's give it a go. Let's clap 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Everyone, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Swati Young, and this is my pitch. Close your eyes and imagine the year 2030. Do you see flying cars? Do you see walking, talking robots? And if you're like me, do you see a robot doing your laundry? We use technology every day today, and most of these technologies have artificial intelligence applications. And for the most part, they're very, very useful to us. The GPS, maps, Amazon, Netflix, Alexa, etc. have AI embedded in them and are useful. But on the other hand, there are other news stories. Say an intelligent robot going rogue in 24 hours, and discriminatory recruitment tools, as well as autonomous vehicles hitting pedestrians. So what can we do about it? I think we should raise our hands and get involved about the ethical implications of AI. We should get involved in AI policy and regulation. We should collectively bring a lot of disciplines together, like neuroscience and psychology, to have this conversation. Because there is a thin line between the bleak future and singularity moment. And the time to act is now, to pave the way for our future generations. Thank you.
Glaucoma is the second leading cause of irreversible blindness worldwide, affecting over 60 million people, 12 million of which live in India. Yet, its escalation can easily be prevented if detected early on. Those living in rural settings don't have access to the same kind of healthcare infrastructure and resources that we've come to take for granted. Near 70% of India lives in villages that can be miles away from large cities. Thus, if people cannot seek out eye care, it is imperative we bring it to them. Arvind Eye Hospitals in South India has worked out that exact philosophy and served over 40 million people so far. One of their unique innovations is the Eye Camp, in which doctors take a day off to go to a local village and screen its population, ranging anywhere from 500 to over 5,000 people for different eye diseases. Screening people at such a large scale requires camps to be efficient and effective. Right now, specialized ophthalmologists are forced to choose between helping patients at a base hospital and attending eye camps. Finally, Additionally, with the use of machine learning, which, I created a machine learning model in which people can basically diagnose glaucoma by looking at fundus images of the eye. Now we don't need ophthalmologists to screen eye cams. Computers can do it for them more accurately, more quickly.
Hello, my name is Sherrita, and this is the message that I would like to share, the idea that I'd like to share with you. This is my pitch. As a journalist and a communicator, I've been really fortunate to document and cover a variety of communities in our society. And I have one important takeaway, an idea that I think will help us to begin to actually solve some of the issues in these communities and also some of the harsh conditions that people are living under. I would like to see us as individuals relinquish all judgment and all preconceived notions or ideas about these communities that we know absolutely nothing about. And until we do that, we will be unable to really address the issues at their core. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Phil Wilkinson, and this is my pitch. I go skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing, 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. So that's a song by Tim McGraw, one of my wife's favorites, and it's about live like you're dying. Well, I have a new concept, live like you're planning your own funeral. When you think of your funeral, you think about who's in that room. Who did you have an impact on? Did you matter? Did you make a difference? Did you have a life of significance? So my TED Talk would have been about being a person of significance, leaving an impact, leaving a lasting impression on this world, living every day like you're planning your funeral. Who did you affect? Who did you help? What did your family and friends have to say about you? So I want you to go out there and live your life like you're planning your funeral. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ellen Bryan, and this is my pitch. You don't have to have it all figured out. No matter what you've heard when you were a little kid and everyone went up to you and said, what do you want to be when you grow up? You don't have to know what's coming down your path. You might be an A and you see Z, where you want to end up, your goals and your dreams. You don't have to know B, C, D, E, F, everything to get you to your goals. There's also this part called life, where life can throw anything at you. My sister was my hero. She was 17 years old. She was heading into her senior year of high school. She was the captain of the golf team, the president of the National Honor Society, ranked 3rd in her class. She also worked at a golf course, and she walked out onto that golf course after a storm had just passed through the area. Blue skies, no longer raining, and she was struck by lightning. When she was struck by lightning, she went into cardiac arrest, and she now has an anoxic brain injury. It'll be 19 years this summer since she was struck by lightning, and today, she's still with us. She's with my parents, but she's not been able to move or speak since. Life happens and other possibilities. You don't have to have it all figured out.